Alright, thank you very much for joining us here at Professor Herman Manyora's channel. My name is Simon Irung, and first of all, I want to thank you so much for the continued support that you guys are showing us. It's really amazing love. And if you are new to the channel, please feel welcome and join the big political channel here on YouTube. Actually, you're among the biggest political channels here on YouTube.
We thank God and we ask them to subscribe to join the family.
Okay.
Press that button so that you receive the video the moment we release it. Instantly.
And actually, I don't know if you know, but most of our viewers have not yet subscribed to the channel.
They should subscribe. It is free. Just press that button. All it means is when we release a video, you are immediately we release, you get it.
Wow.
Free.
You should be feeling very privileged to be the first person to get the notification.
Yes.
Okay, so today's question is, how strong is OKA going to be with Moses Kuria joining in? And even before we go to the question for today, Kalonzo has spoken and he said that, and if there is any agreement that is going to be settled or any agreement that is going to be met, they should base the conversation on the 2017 agreement with NASA. What do you think about what he said?
Kalonzo is chasing after shadows.
Okay.
And I don't think anybody ever catches up with a shadow. He knows what he's saying is not workable. He knows, and I'm sure he knows, because if he doesn't know, then he's worse than anybody would have imagined he is. That this thing is between Raila and Ruto. That the Azimio candidate is Raila Odinga. He knows that. So maybe he's upping his stake so that he knows maybe that since Raila has settled for Mount Kenya for running mate, maybe he thinks if he comes this kind of demand, which is like asking for the sun, then Raila can deliver the moon by way of running mate. Otherwise, it's all nothing.
Okay, what do you think the OKA game plan is this year?
Either they have no game plan, or they are part of, or they are pawns on a game on a chessboard, or they are confused.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now with Moses Kuria coming in, what is the game changer?
You see, Moses Kuria is coming with the same demands that are not workable.
Okay. Like he said that he's willing to join OKA
if they don't join
Azimio.
And Uhuru has said OKA is coming to Azimio. Everybody has said. So Moses Kuria is already a non-starter.
Okay.
Either he will be left outside OKA as OKA goes to Azimio, or together with stubborn Kalonzo Musyoka, they may remain alone with Mother Karua, as Cyrus Jironga and Gideon Moi join Azimio, and they could as well run into some irrelevant campaign of 300,000-400,000 votes.
Okay.
Yeah.
On a tweet of David Murathe, he said that Moses Kuria is a project by Ruto to destroy OKA. Is there some truth in that statement?
It is possible. I don't know the difference between Uhuru Kenyatta and Moses Kuria. Where did this difference begin? I mean, where did they come from? Because without Uhuru Kenyatta, there would have been no Moses Kuria. In fact, much earlier on, without Raila Odinga, there would have been no Moses Kuria.
Okay.
But in public space, we know Moses Kuria was the making of Uhuru Kenyatta. In fact, during the by-election, it was obvious that he was helped. Somebody was prevailed upon to stand down for Kuria and so on and so forth. I don't know where the problem is. So I've always believed perhaps Moses Kuria is more of a mole sent by Uhuru than the other way around.
Okay.
But now it's getting to a point where I'm also beginning to doubt.
Okay.
And in that case, he could be, as Murathe says, sent by
William
Ruto to destroy CORD or OKA. And I don't think he can go far with that.
All right. In a case where the OKA principals decide to part ways, okay, because it's very likely to happen because everyone is coming in with their demands, okay, and they might fail to agree within themselves. How influential will each member be? Let's say maybe someone like Gideon Moi.
Gideon Moi will certainly work with Raila and Uhuru.
Okay.
And
is that more likely to happen?
In terms of influence, I doubt that Gideon Moi will bring any votes.
Okay.
But from a psychological point of view, he boosts the psychological status of Azimio without necessarily coming with the numbers.
Okay.
Mother Karua has no numbers at all, but she has a big name. If she joins you, she comes with a big name, you know, with profile, but no votes. Kalonzo Musyoka has votes.
Yeah.
How this thing plays out will determine how those votes are.
Okay.
Are either harnessed or scattered. For example, if OKA remained one unitary force, all of them.
Okay.
Now with Moses Kuria. The Kambas could give Kalonzo many votes on the thinking that these people will bring votes from their regions to give Kalonzo Musyoka a chance.
Moses Kuria coming in with votes from the mountain.
And so on and so forth. Of course, it will be wrong. But it will mean Kalonzo can get enough votes to worry Raila Odinga.
Okay.
But if it's a segment of OKA, even the Kambas can see there's nowhere he's going. So he will not even get more than 300,000-400,000 votes. It's a waste of time.
And if OKA decide to go all the way to the ballot, do we see them maybe causing a runoff?
No.
How?
No.
Why?
A runoff can only, I have said this so many times, allow me to say it for the last time perhaps.
Okay.
A runoff can only be caused by a candidate from the mountain.
Okay.
If the mountain produces a candidate who can get even 30% of the votes, that destroys William Ruto.
Okay.
And creates the possibility of a runoff. Yeah.
And can Azimio afford to go to the election without OKA?
It can. Why not? Let me tell you this. Depending on how the vote is managed within the Lower Eastern, with Charity Ngilu Governor, Kalonzo, what do you call him? Professor Kibuda Kibwana and Governor Alfred Mutua, Raila can perform amazingly well in the Lower Eastern. Amazingly well.
Okay.
Yeah. It will be better with Kalonzo on board. But even without him, unless Kalonzo is the presidential candidate of a very formidable team, he will not get many votes from Mukambani. He must be the presidential flag bearer of a credible and formidable team.
Okay.
Because Kambas know it. They tried and they got about 800, 900,000 votes. They know it. The Luyas know Mudavadi got 400,000. Even if he stood, they know. The illusion is the illusion that votes will come from here and there is not there anymore. And they know. For that reason, Charity Ngilu, Mutua and Kibwana can harness more votes for Raila than many people want to imagine.
All right. Now, with the combination of Mutua, Ngilu and Kibwana, do we see Kalonzo losing the kingpin title in Ukambani?
Again, it's very difficult.
Okay.
Very, very difficult. Kalonzo will lose his kingship status after this election, depending on how he plays. If he's still young, he says he's too old. He's my age mate. We are still very young people. We can move on for another many years in this life.
Okay.
God, inshallah, giving us life. Depending on how Kalonzo Musyoka, and I've said it, depending on how Musalia Mudavadi plays their card,
okay,
they will either continue in future with relevance or they destroy themselves. Musalia Mudavadi has destroyed himself politically. He's finished. You'll ask people whether they know Musalia Mudavadi in the next 6, 5, 3, 4 years. They will have a problem. They'll be scratching their head. Musalia Mudavadi, who is that? He's destroyed himself.
Okay.
Kalonzo has seen it. He has seen his colleague, his friend from OKA, Musalia Mudavadi, destroying themselves completely. If Wetangula cannot even win the Senate seat in Bungoma, he can't.
What do you mean?
Where will he win it from? Wafula Omunyinyi is already the senator. It's a foregone thing. And thereafter, he will be so irrelevant. He will just be another village farmer. Kalonzo is seeing all that. I hope he will not make the mistake these other two have made. Kalonzo Musyoka must be aware by now that whatever move he makes from now as we speak, until the window closes for coalition building on the 9th of April, whatever move he makes now will either make him or destroy him. He will either remain relevant or he will be destroyed. If he plays an irrelevant game like when men are playing football in the pitch, you always find small boys playing outside. Sometimes these days they are called ball boys or something like that. Ball boys are those who handle the ball and return in the field. They don't wait for the one which has gone far. They have others. They throw in the field and the game continues.
The ball boy.
Ball boy, eh? They are called that.
Yeah, the ball boys.
During our days, we used to have a stupid ball made out of banana fiber. Playing outside as really men are playing. Okay. The soccer, the rough, it was very rough. Inaweka mpaka mafuta. Ikiraruka wanashona kama kiatu.
Okay.
If it hits you here, you collapse. When men are playing that, so if Kalonzo continues playing outside the field, when men are in the field, he will have himself to blame.
You know, Kalonzo said he used very harsh words on himself when he said that he will be a fool when he joins
Yeah.
Azimio, when he supports Baba
No,
for
that's
the
nothing.
fifth time.
Politicians say that all the time.
Okay.
What has Raila said about Uhuru? What has Uhuru said? That is nothing. Churchill finished that one many years ago. He says, eating my words has never given me constipation.
Okay.
And I eat them so many times.
So what I'm trying to understand
Yes.
right now, is it going to bring a headache to Raila when he created room for Kalonzo to make negotiations? Will he
that's a
have
mistake.
embraced maybe
That's a mistake he made.
the three people from
That
Ukambani?
is a mistake. That is a mistake Raila made.
How
I
you
suspect it is not so much from Raila.
Okay.
I think it is those are moves from Kalonzo and these people, moving towards Raila, trying to enter into a negotiation. And I think if there's anybody who has approached Kalonzo, it must be from the Uhuru side.
Okay.
I don't think Raila is sharp enough to have known he doesn't need Kalonzo that much.
But you know
he needs him, but not as much as Kalonzo would imagine. No? He doesn't. Because at the day when it gets to voting, Kalonzo has only two options. Option number one is to join Azimio.
Okay.
And work under Raila, with Raila. Option number two, which is viable, is to come up with a formidable coalition. Formidable. Not names like Moses Kuria. Those are not names in a serious coalition. Not the formidable. Keep Gideon Moy in that coalition until the debe. Keep Jirongo, keep Moses Kuria, keep Mother Karua. Bring in more formidable people. Even have Mudavadi reconsider his takes in Kenya Kwanza. Bring him on board. A formidable coalition that can convince even the Kamba voter that our son can get this thing. Then they will all give him. But if he doesn't join Azimio and goes in a makeshift coalition of weak fellows who bring no votes, who bring no confidence to his voters that we can get this thing this time round, he's wasting his time and he'll finish himself politically.
Okay. Let's say tables overturn
Yes.
and OKA principals maybe decide to join Ruto's side.
Yes.
How is this going to affect Raila?
It can be a major destabilizing factor in the Azimio camp.
Is it a final gunshot from
No.
Ruto's side?
It's not final. First of all, it will be so clumsy and so awkward.
Okay.
Within the arrangement, there's a lot of mismatch. Things are so asymmetrical. The people there don't. So if Kalonzo goes, he looks awkward deputizing Ruto. Because Ruto cannot deputize by the constitution. So only he can be deputized.
Okay.
So Kalonzo even deputizing Ruto looks awkward. Secondly, we know almost for a fact, and we have it on the word of none other than Rigathi Gachagua. And we know even without Gachagua saying it, Ruto's running mate must come from the mountain. Not to do so is commit political suicide. It's to surrender his ambition. So, if Kalonzo went there, what will he be going there as? When you run deputizing a person who is junior to you, it's awkward. That's what I'm talking about. There's nothing awkward about Kalonzo deputizing Raila. There's everything awkward about Kalonzo deputizing a junior politician like Ruto.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
It doesn't work well. It doesn't appeal. You get it?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
So it will be very difficult for Kalonzo to convince his people that I'm going to UDA, not even to be deputy or running mate, just to be another rank and file member. That would be very tricky.
Okay, as we come to the end, Kalonzo Musyoka, we can see that he wants to be the flag bearer of Azimio la Umoja. Is that possible?
That's a dream.
Can it even happen?
No, it can't. It's a dream. It can only happen under circumstances that we may not wish to discuss.
Okay.
But under normal circumstances, the Azimio candidate is Raila Odinga. Even Mudavadi's people trying to make noise about, these things not decided, we haven't settled who is the flag bearer. That's foolish. It is Ruto.
Okay.
So, but you can play childish games if you wish, if it makes you happy. But everybody knows for Kenya Kwanza or UDA is Ruto.
Okay.
For Azimio is Raila.
It's Raila.
Yeah. So anything else can work.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, guys, for joining us here for the big question. That has been the words from Professor and the statement made by Kalonzo Musyoka saying that if agreements were to be met with him and Azimio, the agreement should be based on the 2017 NASA agreement. Well, we leave the comment section open for you. You can leave the comment down below and share with us. Thank you.